Good evening, Kearsarge Regional High School family. Welcome to the 2025 Senior Scholarship and Awards Night. First of all, I'd like to ask you all to join me in a round of applause for our generous donors that are awarding over $150,000 tonight in scholarships. Thank you for this blessing for our hardworking graduates. I also need to thank some folks that have helped me keep all my hair and actually be able to stand here awake tonight. And I'd really like to thank our school counseling office staff, our main office staff, and our scholarship committee for everything they did tonight to help us be here this evening and have a good night. The last little piece of thanks before we get going. Please join me in thanking Ms. Caitlin Fish for all her support to the graduating class as their class advisor and graduate advisor. And now to kick this off, I would like to invite Tori Wooten to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance that we recite here each day in school for one last time.
Yeah, Tori!
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2025, we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our donors, sponsors, and community members who made tonight possible. Your generosity doesn't just support scholarships, it invests in our futures. You've helped open doors for so many of us, and we are truly grateful. And we're excited to carry that forward into everything that comes next. Thank you again, and congratulations to all the recipients tonight. Another thank you to our senior class officers, Carly Grant, our Vice President, Jolie Root, our Secretary, and Luna Landers, our Treasurer. This year could not be possible without you.
Thank you, class officers. Now, it's my pleasure, but also bittersweet, to announce this next speaker, chosen by the class of 2025, our guest faculty speaker, Miss Mary Wright. For those of you who don't know, Miss Mary Wright is retiring after this year, and I, as well as all the students and staff of this community, are going to very much miss her for all her hard work, her care, and love for everybody. Further ado, Miss Mary Wright.
Well, good evening, and first of all, I would thank you all for the privilege of addressing you this evening. When I found out that I was asked to give this address, I realized very quickly that this isn't exactly my preferred forum. No whiteboard, no periodic table, no skeleton, unless somebody's offering, no anatomical diagrams in sight. And I can't break it up the talk of the lab. For one thing, I don't think the school has enough goggles. So I did the modern thing and turned to AI. Points I wanted to make and hammer them home by repeating them a few times during the address. AI suggested jokes, make them a bit edgy to gain attention. AI suggested tying my points into current events. I think AI wanted to get someone fired. But it also suggested including stories. And those of you who know me know that I love stories. Stories of people who set goals and with singular focus achieve them, and stories of people who travel unconventional paths, meet failure frequently, and ultimately end up doing interesting things. I love stories of families and communities that pull together, and more than anything, I love to hear the stories of my former students. Kearsarge graduates have done and are doing some pretty cool things. I could fill up my time tonight telling their stories, but those are their stories. And tonight and tomorrow is a time to celebrate you, the class of 2025, and the start of your next story. So what is your story going to look like? You are told that you have so many wonderful options. Pick one. I have watched many of you making choices this year. Should I go to college? If I go, which one? What major? Trade school? Work? Join the armed forces? Travel? Gap year? And then once committing to an option, I've seen you question your choice. Did I pick the right thing? What might I be missing? The struggle with these decisions is not new. When I was in high school, we read a novel by Sylvia Plath published called The Bell Jar. At one point in the novel, the main character imagines herself looking up through the bright green branches of a fig tree. At the tip of each branch hung a ripe fig. Each fig represented a potential future. All she had to do was to pick the branch holding the fruit of the future she wanted and climb. But the character is frozen with indecision. Which one of the branches should she climb? Which fig should she eat? And while she is trying to decide, the figs start to turn black, rot, and fall to the ground before she can get them. Plath had described beautifully something social psychologists called the paradox of choice. How having too many options can lead to stress and anxiety rather than increased happiness. So what are we poor humans to do? What if we make a wrong choice? What if your choices for the next year turn out to have been less than perfect? Are you doomed? Well, when I was a little older than you, I was convinced that I was going to be a marine ecologist. I had done some research in college, loved it, and excitedly entered graduate school. In that first year, I started my coursework and decided to focus my research on benthic ecology in the Gulf of Maine. Specifically, I was looking at the effects of commercial trawling on benthic or bottom communities. That first summer, I was able to go down to the depths of 500 feet in submersibles, the Johnson Sea-Link and Delta submarines, to survey my research site. Seasickness aside, it was a very cool experience. Then the curveballs started slamming into my carefully thought out plans. Some were small inconveniences and annoyances, but the one was big. On January 26, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger blew up, killing all on board. This included New Hampshire teacher Krista McAuliffe. The pieces landed in the ocean off the coast of Florida. In order to recover the remains and the debris, the government commandeered the Johnson sealing submarines, canceling my research season planned for that spring and summer. So I was left with an option. I could either stick around for another 3 years when dates might open up, or I could change my research topic. I changed my topic. And I tried to keep to my timeline. However, I had already begun to suspect that perhaps I had made a mistake. Maybe this life was not for me. One of my favorite authors at the time was a British writer named Dorothy Sayers. And in one of the books she wrote, a character says, "I'm quite sure that one never makes fundamental mistakes about the things one really wants to do. Fundamental mistakes arise out of a lack of genuine interest." While everyone in every profession makes mistakes, I kept catching myself about to make fundamental mistakes in my work. My controls were shoddy. I was ignoring a potentially important variable. I could go on. In science, these are fundamental mistakes. And let's be clear, I was perfectly able to do these things. I just didn't really want to. However, the one place where I felt like I was doing a good job was with my teaching fellowship. You see, when I was accepted into my program, they gave me this fellowship, which paid my tuition, gave me a small amount of money to live on. But it required me to teach, primarily labs, for the zoology department. Many of my fellow students had these fellowships and found the time required to be burdensome. It took them away from their real work. I felt exactly the opposite. I loved every minute. I loved figuring out ways to teach histology in a more meaningful way, improve the labs themselves, and running review sessions for struggling students. When it came to my teaching, yes, some lessons did not go well, but I wasn't making fundamental mistakes. I was genuinely interested in teaching. So I pivoted. Yes, I cleaned up my research. I finished my thesis. It lives a very sad existence in a molding box in my basement. And I got my degree. But at the same time, I added classes needed to earn a teaching license. So my advice is pick something, do your best, and if you realize that the path isn't holding your interest, tie up loose ends, learn from it if you can, and pivot. Not all your options will have rotted like the figs in the bell jar. You can be happy changing your path. And I must have known this when I was around your age, because when the quote I selected for my high school yearbook was by the Brazilian writer Eric Verissimo. Curva é o caminho mais agradável entre dos pontos. Or, in English, a curve is the most agreeable way between 2 points. In any case, I never regretted my decision to pivot. Teaching and working with young people has been a joy and a privilege. I have been parts of numerous learning communities, Maine, California, New Hampshire. Each was unique, each had challenges and successes. And all of the communities have left me with some great memories. Now that word community. In biology, a community refers to all the different populations living in an area that interact with one another. If you throw in the physical environment into it, you have an ecosystem. Strong and resilient ecosystems are those with the greatest diversity. They are more stable, and they have a greater ability to adapt to environmental changes and are more likely to survive. The message here is diversity is good. All of you are graduating into or commencing a new role in a community. Just like in biology, where the most sustainable communities are the ones that are diverse, I personally believe that this holds true for human communities. diversity makes us stronger. That is, if we embrace it and we respect it. Your thoughts and ideas matter. You as an individual have an inherent worth. And so do the people with whom you disagree, and so do the people who you might actively dislike. Now, this past weekend in the town of Grantham had its annual yard sale. This is the first time that my husband and I participated, but in anticipating our upcoming move, we need to clear out the collectibles left to us by late relatives and get rid of our adults' children's items out of our basement. Surprise, surprise, it was pouring last Saturday. It was a pretty bad day. And at 5 minutes before 2, an older man drives up and gets out of his car and runs through the rain to our garage. From his license plate, bumper stickers, and t-shirts, it was clear that he espoused beliefs that my husband and I did not. Now, my husband and I looked at each other and had this 15-second, completely silent conversations that you can have when you have been married for 35 years. The glances and facial expressions said something like the following. Wife, that's me. Should we say that we're closing up? Husband, no. But can I say something snarky? Wife, absolutely not. Husband, sigh. Okay, I'll be good. And he was good. He greeted the man cordially, and what ended up happening was one of the nicest conversations of the day. The two of them talked about antique tools, wood carving, and music. They bemoaned the fact that they have gone from vinyl records, 8-track and cassette tapes, Betamax, CDs, and streaming all in their lifetime. And the other guy was practically pulling out a calculator and calculating how much it cost him. I know that if this gentleman was later at a town meeting, we would probably be on opposite sides of many issues. However, we would never shout at each other. We wouldn't dismiss each other's opinions out of hand. None of us would give the other a demeaning nickname. Because, well, we had such a nice conversation in our chilly garage on a rainy Saturday in June. Diverse perspectives, when presented with respect, enhance our public discourse. If we as a community want to come to a consensus, and what I mean by that is that we have made a decision that most, if not all, can live with, we must challenge ourselves to nurture a sense of belonging in our community and demonstrate our commitment to a just world. Again, this requires recognizing or trying to recognize the innate value of all the people around us. Will this always work? Definitely not. You are not always going to be able to find that innate value right away. And in my experience, there are a handful for which I personally never could. But it's only a small handful. Because every year I meet hundreds of new people, new students, new parents, and others in my life outside of school. Yes, I have one. And as you take up your roles in your community, remember, diversity is good, even if inconvenient. So in closing, my hope for all of you is that as you write your story, that you do so with intentionality and purpose. Try to align your actions with your core values. Speak your truth with honesty and courage, but try and temper your actions with empathy, compassion, and a sprinkle of kindness. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wright. At this time, we are going to transition over to our presentation of scholarships by our local folks. And again, many thanks to our donors tonight who will be presenting over $150,000 worth of scholarships. So thank you. We are going to begin with the American Legion Post 40 out of New London and presented by Michael Doheny.
Hey, can you take a picture when I do I get to go first this year. All right. The American Legion was chartered by Congress in 1919. A year later, in 1920, Post 40 New London was chartered. We serviced New London, Springfield, Sutton, and Wilmette. We have done so for 125 years. It's with great pleasure that I present this year's scholarship to Anela Branco. I'm still here. The International Order of Odd Fellows, Heidelberg Lodge number 92, was chartered in 1895. Why Heidelberg? Why Heidelberg Lodge? The original name of the town of New London was in fact Heidelberg. So back in 1895, it was Heidelberg Lodge. The precepts of Odd Fellowship are brotherly love, friendship, and truth. We also have a sister organization which is called Rebecca's. So I would encourage this year's recipients, when they are out in the world, to find a Rebecca's Lodge. There you will find a welcoming family as you are in uncharted waters. It's my pleasure to deliver these two scholarships to two very fine young women that I've had the opportunity to get to know. Tori Wooten and Claire McCrayton.
Our next scholarship is the Andover Fish and Game Club, and that is presented by Kristen Cunningham and Tanya Cloutier.
Good evening. My name is Kristen Cunningham, and on behalf of the Andover Fish and Game Club, I would like to congratulate this year's graduating seniors and also offer our best wishes on your future endeavors. I'm here tonight to present the Andover Fish and Game Club Memorial Scholarship. Our scholarship program was established in 2022 to provide financial support to students majoring in conservation or an environment-related program. It is given to encourage positive contributions to the wildlife management profession. Each year, the scholarship is awarded in memory of a club member in appreciation of their service and contributions to the club. Tonight's award is given in memory of Murray Smith, who passed away in 2017. Murray's passion was hunting and fishing. He was comfortable and happy when he was surrounded by nature. Among Murray's many accomplishments, he proudly served in the United States Army for 2 years and was a ski patroller at Mount Sunapee for over 45 years. The trail stovepipe at Mount Sunapee was named as a tribute to him. The scholarship is in keeping with the club's mission, which is to promote conservation of our natural resources and wildlife and to provide and foster within our community an appreciation and interest in various outdoor activities with special emphasis on hunting and fishing. This year's recipient plans on attending St. Michael's College to study environmental science. I am pleased to present this year's recipient, Ava Valley, with a $1,000 scholarship.
Our next scholarship is the Christopher Scarpino Scholarship and presented by Ms. Sandy Nelson.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2025. I'm very happy to be here. The Christopher Scarpino Scholarship Awards are going to students who participated in the theater arts program here at Kearsarge Regional High School. So these recipients are Abigail Griswold. Do I call them up one at a time? Calvin Smith, Lila Bartholomew, and Mary Frances Reed. Francie. I'm also honored tonight to present a scholarship in my mother's name. My mother had two passions. She was a teacher in the Kearsarge Regional School District for a long time. She was also a theater director, performer, and dancer. It is my honor and privilege to present the Grace Jeffrey Nelson Memorial Scholarship this evening, highlighting a student who will also continue my mother's passions as a dancer. This year's recipient is Mary Frances Reed. Francie.
Our next scholarship is the Eastman Charitable Foundation, presented by Mr. Steve Barker.
Good evening. I am Steve Barker, and I'm from Springfield. Tonight, I'm representing the Eastman Charitable Foundation. Our mission is to promote environmental stewardship, education, and green recreation. We serve the towns of Enfield, Grantham, and Springfield, awarding grants to towns, schools, camps, conservation commissions, and other local organizations. Each year, we also award 3 scholarships of $2,000 each to graduating seniors who plan to major in the environmental sciences or related fields where they will have a broadly defined environmental impact. Tonight, I am very happy to be here to present one of these Eastman Charitable Foundation scholarships to Xander Ferreira.
Our next scholarship is General Foundation of Women's Club, the Concord Contemporary Club, and that's presented by Judy McPhail.
Good evening. It is the General Federation of Women's Clubs is an international organization that is celebrating its 135th anniversary this year. And it is with great pleasure that the club announces the recipient of our Janet Lilius Memorial Scholarship. Anela Branco presented academic achievement, financial need, and community involvement, and we are honored to present $1,000 to help her succeed.
Our next scholarship is the Granite Foundation in honor of the Walker family and presented by Holly Walker and Elliot Hale.
Thank you. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Elliot Hale, and for those of you that do know, I don't need this microphone. A few years ago, my friend Holly here asked me to join the Granite Foundation. We have since endowed a scholarship with the New Hampshire Community College. We sponsor students pursuing technical degrees. We thought, why can't we do more? We decided to create this scholarship in honor of the Walker family. There are 4 graduates, 2 business owners in this district. So thank you, Holly. Thank you, Walker family. For our first year, we're going to give $1,000 to Dominic Mateo and Piper Moran. Is Piper not in? All right, we'll catch up with Piper again later. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Thank you.
Our next scholarship is the Hillman Blaisdell Moore Scholarship and presented by Deborah Blaisdell.
Hi, I never got quite used to doing this. My son was a graduate of this school, wonderful district, and congratulations to you all, by the way. He unfortunately was part of the fentanyl crisis, and he was an artist, and he was going to get a contract as a rapper. Can you believe that? I know. I can't believe it. And I used to make fun of him anyway. I know. I'd say, you want to be a rapper? What do you want to be? He's 13. He's like, I want to be a rapper. I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, then I was wrong. So whatever art you go into, it's great. I myself have discovered singing and my performing and actually doing it. And I only do open mics, but it's the start. So whatever you do in the arts, don't give up and hang in there. So, Rachel? I'm sorry, I thought it was somebody else.
Rachel Galavisi.
Oh, Rachel what? Rachel Galavisi. I'll probably bastardizing your name.
Our next scholarship is the Kearsarge Regional Education Association Scholarships presented by Mrs. Mary Wright.
This year's recipients are Jack Sikoria, Abigail Griswold, Tori Wooten, Calvin Smith, and Molly Heath. You can come up here. You probably already got your.
Oh, I know you.
I'm also here on behalf of the Science Department, who is selected a student to receive this year's STEM scholarship. The scholarship is a donation for a local family in honor of their parents who were both in the STEM field. This year's recipient is Camden Blassingame.
Our next scholarship is the Miles to Go Scholarship, presented by Stephen and Renee Patton.
Congratulations, class of 2025. You're welcome, Jada. I'm Steve, this is my wife Renee, and just want to clear up any confusion. 1989 KRHS graduate, in 1991 KRHS graduate. I asked her on our first date about 50 feet north of us. We established the Morgan's Miles to Go Foundation in 2023 to honor and perpetuate the life and legacy of our daughter, Morgan Renee Patton, a 2014 KRHS graduate who was a victim of homicide in 2019, just 3 months after being accepted into the Coastal Environmental Law program at Roger Williams University, and only 10 days after announcing her engagement to the love of her life. And the last time Renee and I were in this auditorium was for Morgan's memorial service, so please excuse me if I choke on my words. Morgan was endlessly curious and innovative in terms of stewardship, leadership, and dedication to a cause. These are all traits we looked for in a proper recipient of this inaugural award, as well as average or better grades, and preferential treatment was given to seniors pursuing environmental or natural science-related studies. On behalf of the Board of Directors for the Morgan's Miles to Go Foundation, Renee and I are honored to bestow the very first Miles to Go scholarship in the amount of $2,000 to Kira Gaunt. Scoot in between us.
Our next scholarship is the Newfound Trail Riders, and it'll be presented by Jim Beard, Mark Stock, and Norm Lebrecht.
Good evening, and congratulations to the 2025 graduates. My name is Mark Stock. I'm a Warner resident. I'm here representing Newfound Trail Riders, or NTR as we know it. We are a club of off-road motorcycle enthusiasts based in the greater Newfound Lake area. Our members are men and women of various ages, backgrounds, and professions who share a passion for motorcycle sports. We actively promote respectful and responsible off-road riding to our members. Most NTR members are lifelong riders, and many have competed for years in off-road riding sports. Basically, we're a group of folks who simply like to ride on dirt. Each year, our club organizes a non-competitive New England Trail Riders sanctioned off-road motorcycle event called the Cockermouth Turkey Run. This event attracts over 200 riders from throughout New England and the East Coast, who ride a route of 100 miles of trails through 13 towns. Proceeds raised from the Cockermouth Turkey Run help us fund local charitable causes like scholarships and booster clubs. NTR is committed to encouraging goodwill and understanding for our sport, as well as contributing directly to the communities we ride in. In support of our goal to give back locally, NTR sponsors an annual scholarship at each of the following regional high schools: Kearsarge, Newfound, Mascoma Valley, and Plymouth. We are pleased to have such a meaningful way to support students and communities and show them our sincere appreciation.
And we look for people who can help us promote the sport and understand what it means to ride. And I'm happy that this year we are selecting a civil engineering student who's going to my alma mater, UNH, Owen Blood. Excellent. Congratulations. There you go.
Congratulations, good job. Next up is the New London Garden Club Scholarship. And this one does not have a presenter listed, so is there a presenter here? Okay, so we'll be presenting it. So the New London Garden Club Scholarship goes to Gabrielle Lamb. Next is the New London Service Organization Scholarship, presented by Jill Fenneberg. There are 4 of these, and they go to Jada Ray Kendrigan, Liam Miller, Luna Landers, and Abigail Griswold. Next up is the St. Andrew's Thrift Shop, presented by Jackie Thompson.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to the class of 2025. I am Jackie Thompson, and I am a volunteer manager of St. Andrew's Thrift Shop in New London. If you haven't been there, you should visit us. This is the second year that we have offered a scholarship to a deserving Kearsarge Regional High School graduate. We were especially impressed by all of the applications we received this year. The decision was tough. Because our thrift shop is operated completely by volunteers, we sought to award this scholarship to someone who values the importance of volunteering and community service, as well as participating in various school activities. The recipient we chose this year embodies all of these qualities we were looking for. In addition to her volunteer involvement, she is an honor student, athlete, participates in school organizations, and has found time to work part-time. It is my pleasure to award this $500 scholarship to Anella Franco.
Next is the Sutton Historical Society, presented by Bob Wright.
As one gets older, it's harder and harder to go up those stairs. The Sutton Historical Society has 4 candidates that we are able to give $2,500 each to. They're smart, they're hardworking, and they're really great people. Kara Gant, Sophia Lick, Samuel Morell, and Calvin Smith. In the light. And short people in back. Thank you very much.
Next up is the Wilmot Community Association K. White Memorial Scholarship, presented by Rachel Siemens.
Hi, everybody. The K. White Scholarship Fund, the Scholarship Fund was named after Kay White. She was one of the founders of the Wilmot Community Association over 60 years ago. The board of the WCA is proud to present the scholarship to Rose Patrick. For her volunteering to our many events that our organization puts on. Rose helped at the WCA Cookie Walk at the Christmas Craft Fair, pie breakfast, Christmas wreath decorating, worked in the Hayes Estate at the Fells. She also is a member of the Kearsarge High School Women's Advocate Group. She helped run product drives and information campaigns to support women across the state. Rose is planning to attend
Aberystwyth
University in Wales, Foundation for Studies, Library, Museums, and Archives, pursuing her career to be a librarian. The Wilmot Board wishes her success in her endeavors beyond high school. I've known Rose for many years. She's a neighbor of mine. Her and her sister would come over with little bouquets of flowers on May Day. So I present Rose with the Wilmot Community Association Scholarship.
Okay. The next few I'll be presenting, and we're going to start with the Alex Gisler Scholarship, and the recipient is Mary Frances Reed. Congratulations. Go that way. For this group, Dr. Garrity is going to be the person you'll be seeing for your envelope. All right, the next one is the Bottinger Family Scholarship, and this one has several recipients, so please hold your applause till we get to the end. Andrew Brahan, Luna Landers, Lila Bartholomew, Noah Whipple, Gabrielle Lamb, Addison Place, Soren Bachman, Rachel Golubiewski, Isabella Foster, Tori Wooten. Our next scholarship is the Bradford Newbury Sutton Women's Club Scholarship, and the recipient is Rachel Golubiewski. So don't go far. Next is the Bradford Newbury Sutton Women's Club Jane M. Lucas Memorial Scholarship, and the recipient is Isabella Foster. Next is the Bradford Town Scholarship, and there are 3 recipients, Carter DeCurtis, Braden Hurley, and Noah Whipple. Next is the Carlton Fitzgerald Scholarship, and this goes to Lila Bartholomew. Next is the Center for Arts Sunapee Region Scholarship, and this has 5 recipients. They go to Abigail Griswold, Rachel Golubiewski, Elizabeth Upton, Camden Blessingame, and Lila Bartholomew. Next is the Chapin Family Educational Fund Scholarship. There are 2 recipients, Luna Landers and Liam Miller. Next is the Frank Crescenti Scholarship, and this goes to Fiorello Covo Marugo. Okay, next scholarship is the Herbert O. Williams. Oops, sorry. Getting blinded by the light up here. All right, next is the Herbert O. Williams Scholarship, and this goes to two recipients, Margaret Rivard and Nora Gantner. The Jim Mitchell Main Street Warner Scholarship has 5 recipients, and they are Lila Bartholomew, Camden Blassingame, Griffin Dixon, Sophia Lick, and Mary Frances Reed. The Jackie Bruner Scholarship goes to Abigail Griswold. The Karl Max Salath Fourth Ripples of Kindness Scholarship goes to Elizabeth Bachman. The Kearsarge Athletic Booster Club scholarships go to Alex Spinney, Austin Needham, Ava Shapiro, Ava Valley, Luna Landers, Noah Whipple, and Tori Wooten. King Solomon Lodge number 14 has 2 recipients, and they are Tori Wooten and Margaret Rivard. The Newbury Beautification Committee Scholarship goes to Jack Sikoria. This next scholarship has a long list. So, Luna Landers, Gabrielle Lamb, Carter DeCurtis, Jack Sikoria, Ava Shapiro, Sophia Lick, Samuel Mann, Xander Ferreira, Ethan Brand, Soren Bachman, Ava Valley, Tori Wooten, Braden Hurley, Liam Miller, Calvin Smith, and Abigail Griswold. This next one also is a long list with 18. We're pros, we got this. All right, first up, Ava Shapiro, Isabella Foster, Andrew Brahan, Luna Landers, Samuel Mann, Liam Miller, David Alex Spinney, Gabrielle Lamb, Margaret Rivard, Owen Blood, Claire McCrayton, Abigail Griswold, Xander Ferreira, Carly Grant, Soren Bachman, Tori Wooten, Mary Frances Reed, and Kara Gaunt. Jump in. Yeah. So after those long lists, I'm going to have Mr. Taylor Lipinski jump in for a little bit here.
All right. Next up, we have the New London Rotary Club Alvin B. Cross Scholarship for 2 recipients, Kaylee Backstrom and Molly Finnegan. Now to present the Oliver White Scholarship with 2 recipients, Anella Bronco and Sophia Lick. Now we have the Robert and Joyce Obercotter Family Foundation Scholarships for Liam Miller, Luna Landers, Anella Bronco, and Lila Bartholomew. Next up, we have the Sugar River Bank Scholarship for Luna Landers. We have the Tara Linehan Scholarship for Mary Frances Reed.
Okay, now we're going to transition over to some awards. And first, we're going to be beginning with those entering the United States Army. Presenting that will be Staff Sergeant Cordell Wright. Okay, looks like we'll be reading those names. Unless, Corporal, would you like to do the honor? Thank you. Corporal Brooks will be standing in.
All right, I guess I'm going to play the substitute here. Andrew Cushing, Michael Cunningham Jr., Dominic Mateo Acosta, and Sullivan Merrill. All right, as you guys probably heard, good evening. My name is Corporal Brooks of the United States Marines. Seniors, tomorrow you will sit where so many other people around the world can only dream of graduating from an American high school. As you start a new chapter in your life, you'll encounter obstacles at some point. No matter where you are or what you're doing, continue to strive for greatness. Don't quit or stray from your goals, no matter what the adversity is. At this time, I'll ask Gunner Benedict to join me on stage. Stand right here. A moment ago, I asked that you all continue to strive for greatness. That is, after all, the American way. You are afforded those opportunities through the remainder of your life before you step out on a journey to accomplish your goals and pursue your dreams. I want to take a moment to recognize this Puli. This Puli you see standing before you on this stage made a promise, not only to himself, but a promise to his family, a promise to you, and a promise to our beloved country. While you strive to reach above and beyond all expectations, this Puli will embark on the challenging path to earn the title that bears a heavy burden, and that title is to become a United States Marine. He will keep this country safe at all costs against all enemies. He will defend our liberty and ensure that in the generations to come, we can stand where you are today and continue to uphold the legacy of this great nation. Rest assured, we'll be watching over you. Please join me in a round of applause for Gunner Benedict. All right. Now I'd like to recognize a few well-deserving individuals and award their efforts in the modified form of Marine Corps awards. Marines, we have many customs and courtesies we live by. One of those customs is awarding our Marines for not only having valor on the battlefield, but also in their everyday performance while in garrison. We award them in front of their peers and families for taking the mission at hand above and beyond the expectation. The first award that I'd like to present is a Scholastic Excellence Award. The Marine Corps believes in encouraging students to sharpen their minds. It is a key ingredient to success. We would like to recognize the students who have gone above and beyond the call of duty academically. The students who have been dedicated and worked hard to earn superior grades throughout the school year. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's Scholastic Excellence Awards to Soren Bachman and Luna Landers. Congratulations. The next award is the Distinguished Athlete Award. This award is intended to recognize those individuals who display a never-quit attitude. The person who keeps pushing when others have quit. The person who epitomizes the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. I am proud to award this year's Distinguished Athlete Awards to Noah Whipple and Tori Wooten. Congratulations. All right, so the final award I'll be presenting tonight is called the Semper Fidelis Award. Semper Fidelis is the Marine Corps' motto, and its meaning is in Latin for always faithful. High school musicians embody many virtues that us Marines admire. They must devote time and effort to the extracurricular demands of the band or the orchestra. This requires dependability, enthusiasm, and loyalty. To help promote recognition of these achievements and sacrifices that these high school musicians have made, the Marine Corps is proud to present this Semper Fidelis Award. This year's recipients are Camden Blasingame and Ava Vale. right, congratulations, class of 2025, and Semper Fi.
Next is the Service Above Self Award, and presenting this will be our Superintendent, John Fortney.
Good evening. Pleased to be presenting the Service Above Self Award from the New London Rotary. Mary Frances Reed is the heart of selfless service and action with an impressive 176 hours of community service. Francie has generously given her time and talents through teaching dance classes, volunteering at her church, and supporting various local organizations. She consistently puts the needs of others above her own, embodying the true meaning of the Service Above Self Award. Whether leading with grace in a dance studio or lending a hand in her community, Francie shows that service isn't just something she does, it's who she is. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Next is the Warren Brook Award, or also Project Climb, and presenting this will be Miss Emily Anderson.
The Warren S. Brook Award. With your selflessness, your commitment, and your joy in living, you have helped keep alive the spirit of Warren Brook, which is the heart of Project Climb. Carry these qualities up all the mountains of your life and pass them on. Pass them on. We have selected dual recipients whose efforts and impacts are so entwined together and who, with their own unique styles, so perfectly embody this award. On behalf of all the Climb advisors, I'm so proud to present this year's Warren S. Brook Awards to Andrew Brahan and Benjamin Clow.
Next is the Seal of Biliteracy Award, and this is being presented by Ms. Michelle Marzelli and Senora Liz Perez.
Students across the country are being recognized for their multilingual skills with a national award called the Seal of Biliteracy. This award is given to students who have attained proficiency in 2 or more languages by the time they've graduated from high school. Senora Perez and I are honored to present these awards to 4 of our graduates. When you come up here, if you could just, we'll give you a certificate and your cord. If you could just stay up front, we'd love a picture at the end. Thank you. First up, receiving the Seal of Biliteracy for his proficiency in Mandarin is Greg Huang. Congratulations. Is he not here today? I guess not. Okay. Catch up with him tomorrow. Thank you. Receiving the Seal of Biliteracy for her proficiency in Vietnamese is Nung Soo Chun. Congratulations.
And we have 2 going for Spanish. First is Fiorella Covo Marugo. and a student who has become very near and dear to my heart. For 4 years, we've been doing Spanish together, and can't believe it's already over. Matt Pacheco.
Next, I'll be presenting honor cords to those that have earned their LNA from this class. And they go to Sophie Anderson, Maria Blanchette, Lillian Chapman, Molly Finnegan, and Piper Moran. They actually all earned their LNAs, licensed nursing assistants, last year as juniors. So, pretty awesome. Next, we'll be recognizing the students from Student Council, presented by Mr. Chris Dayhoff and Ms. Lisa Olney. Okay. First is President Soren Bachman. Secretary Sophia Lick. Treasurer Ava Valley. And there are 3 members, Luna Landers, Owen Blood, and Carter DeCurtis. Next, we'll be recognizing those in National Honor Society, and help presenting is Ms. Lisa Sikoria. Okay, this is a long list, so we're going to try and go through everybody, so if you can hold your applause to the end. Lila Bartholomew, Soren Bachman, Anela Branco, Lillian Chapman, Jack Sikoria, Carter DeCurtis, Kara Gaunt, Rachel Golubiewski, Carly Grant, Abigail Griswold, Luna Landers, Sophia Lick, Liam Miller, Mary Frances Reed, Robert Sine, Ava Shapiro, Ava Valley, and Noah Whipple. Next up is the Community Service Awards, And these are going to students who have accumulated over 100 hours of community service while here at Kearsarge. And there are 6 recipients. They go to Kira Gaunt, Avery Green, Jada Kendrigan, Jacob McNutt, Addison Place, and Mary Frances Reed. Our last award of the evening is the Outstanding Achievement Award, and this goes to the top 10% in the graduating class. And the recipients are Lila Bartholomew, Soren Bachman, Camden Blassingame, Jack Sikoria, Carly Grant, Rachel Golubiewski, Luna Landers, Matthew Pacheco, Ava Shapiro, Robert Sine, and Tori Wooten. As we are closing tonight, I ask that everybody stay at their seat while the graduates are to leave, and once the last graduates have passed through, then you may join them outside. In closing, congratulations to all our graduates on your hard work. Thank you to all our donors and presenters tonight that made tonight a very special evening. May you have safe travels home tonight, and we will see you all here back on the A field out back right here at 11 a.m. Thank you and good evening. Thank you, everyone. Have a